Guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review. This time reviewing the movie All I Didn't Want for Christmas, starring uh Gabrielle Sidibe. I hope I pronounced that right. She is Emily Harris. And the movie focuses around her. She's the starring actress. Pretty much what happens in this movie is one of those, fictional movies where you're kind of like the grouch, when it's Christmas time, you're kind of like, oh, I hate Christmas, nothing ever goes my way type of thing. So if I would give you the brief synopsis, she gets drunk, writes a letter to Santa, thinking, okay, if he's so real, then I wish all these things. And comes to find out in the movie, okay, in the movie, he real. So everything she wishes for comes true. So, when they say be careful what you wish for, that's their take on this movie type of thing. So let's try to delve a little bit deeper into it. Obviously, I have to look at it as a fictional movie, but there was some parts in it I felt like, okay, I feel you on that part. So we start off, she works for a radio show, okay? So she's a producer for, what's his name? Ken Spicer, played by Darren Baker. So I guess it's his last week on the show. He's about to leave, but I guess he still owns the company, the radio show, all that stuff. So, if anyone wants to be on the lineup, it has to go through him. But it's his last week being, I guess, the voice of the show, whatever, so to speak. And he's gonna take a long vacation or wherever he about to go. Who cares? But anywho, so she wants her own segment. She wants to have her own segment called Ask Emily. And there we see a scene in the beginning of the movie of her pretending as if she had her own show, but she was just playing with another coworker or whatever, but it wasn't really going on. So of course, since it's the holidays, they had a Christmas party that they had, and she's with her other friend, Sylvie, played by Connie Wayne. And, she's talking to her like, oh, everybody else, always get the good stuff and I don't get nothing. And she's going to the party and she was going to wear her glittery dress. But because, she has a mother, how older folks are, especially when you're a big girl, when you don't look like the stereotypical pretty woman, whatever. So they're going to make you feel some type of way about what you wear. So I think, from her mom and plus just from society, she's very insecure about her way, about how she looks and dresses. So the dress that she loves, she doesn't even wear. She ends up wearing a black dress. And I think that's just too, I think it's because, when they say black, you're more slim and more form-fitting in it. So I think that's why she probably wore the black dress. We don't know why. It was never expressed why, but that's why I'm going based off assumption. And so when she gets to the party, because her friend was wearing a glitter dress, she's like, I thought we were supposed to be wearing glitter dresses together. So she's like, yeah, maybe another time, but I got a little glitter. And then we see, what her name? Janice, whatever you want to call her. I don't care. Bryce, played by Jenna Katz, come up, I guess she's like the villain of the workspace because she always gets what she wants. And we don't know how she be getting the position she be getting, but we got Sylvia, mainly Sylvia, but Emily wasn't denying it either type of thing. Insinuating, she probably did something on her knees in order to get the positions that she be getting. And she doesn't deny it. Janice, whatever, don't be denying it, but at the same time, I think it was just a joke. But people really be doing that back, in real life. People be really doing that in real life. Whenever I see stuff in movies, sometimes, most of the times, I'm like, they don't just come up with this in their head. Sometimes they do, but usually it's because most of these things be happening in real life. Anywho, I guess there's a cute IT guy at the job, so she tries to go, flirt with him. And I guess there was a point where they was about to kiss, but she choked. And because she's trying to get her little segment, Ask Emily, on the radio show, I guess there was a moment where she went to the bathroom or saw Ben at the bathroom. Is that his name? I forgot already. What's his name? Ken. Not Ben. Ken. He was waiting in line at the further bathroom, so she tried to go pitch her speech to try to get the radio show or the segment that she wanted, but she choked again. So, of course, she's already a little bit loose, and because nothing is going her way, with the relationship with her mother, she don't got no BFF, she don't got the job she want, and, homegirl Janice always getting the good stuff. she in her feels a little bit, actually a whole lot of bit. So she's just getting wasted this whole night, evening type of thing. She even yelling at some Santa who don't even got his beard on right. I don't know why he's like, "Oh, you're the only one not dancing." There's a lot of people in the room that was not dancing, sir. I don't know. Of course they had to make a scene of somebody just coming to, come up to her to talk. But I'm just like, she's not the only one not dancing. There's other people there standing there that's not dancing. Is the bartender dancing? Are you dancing? You're not even dancing. So what we coming up to her asking questions for? I don't know why, but she getting mad at him. She's like, mind your business, Santa. He walks away because there's nothing else to do. He go dance with Janice. Let me stop acting like I don't know her name. Janice. He goes to dance with Janice because, that's when Kim announces that she's going to have her own show or replacing him for his segment, the show, whatever. So, of course, Emily, she's all in her field. She's already drunk because she pre-game before the party, drinking shots back to back at the party. And then here we go. She outside in the cold. She drunk. She sees kids writing letters to Santa. And of course, being the grouch grin she is, she can be like, "Oh, this is a lie." So she's acting belligerent and, doing all this stuff to, I guess, the elf that's helping the kids write the letters to Santa or whatnot. So she steals a letter and she goes home, I believe, to write the letter and then goes back out into the street to put the letter into the mailbox. So, of course, she's drunk, so she don't remember what she wrote down, and she just falls asleep. Now, moving on to the North Pole, we have Kel Mitchell. He plays Wolf the Elf, and his little boss lady friend, or the boss elf, played by Jessica Clement, she gets the letter that Emily wrote, and she's like, "Oh, I know who the perfect person this is for," because I guess, Wolf be messing up in the North Pole area. I guess kids be writing letters of what they want. He be giving them other stuff because he don't care about them kids. He be like, "F these kids." So he's like, they gonna get what they get. Spoken like a true parent. But you can't do that in the North Pole, Wolf, because you're an elf. And she says, if you don't be playing right by the way you're supposed to as an elf, if you ain't doing your job right, you better go to the Tooth Fairy. And I know this seems like absurd. Obviously, if you watch it, I'm assuming you watched a movie that you're watching this review. But if you didn't watch the movie, you're watching this review, you're gonna be like, really, you're making a review about this, about North Pole and Tooth Fairy? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, because it's part of this nice or naughty VH1 original Christmas movie things. Okay, and it got black people in it. Okay, so I'm yes. Anyway, sorry for the side note. Just gotta put that disclaimer out there. But listen, if he don't do his job right as an elf, he about to go to the Tooth Fairy. And ain't nobody want to go to the Tooth Fairy. Listen, we saw the Tooth Fairy at the end of the movie. The homegirl, I don't know what going on with her. One eye is straight full of different teeth. Okay, she got teeth acne. Her whole body full of teeth. How you got teeth acne? Teeth all over your body, but at the beginning it looked like she had no teeth. But then she had like the scary monster teeth at the end. Listen, anybody trying to go to no Tooth Fairy? I don't understand why the Tooth Fairy gotta be. I don't. I guess this is just for the movie, okay? So whatever. He ain't trying to go there. Ain't nobody trying to go there. I think they said they was gonna move him to some other department. I guess that is not good. I don't know. I don't remember what they said the other department name was. I didn't write it down. I don't write notes when I watch movies. So it is what it is. He ain't trying to go nowhere but stay where he at. But if you want to stay where you at, you gotta do the job. So of course, since they got this letter from Emily, they like, listen, you about to be the guy that helps her try to like Christmas more because her love for Christmas is in the basement, as the boss elf said. So he's been assigned to Emily's case. So of course she wakes up in their mother's house. She's confused. She goes downstairs and it's just the basic thing. The mom is being all crazy for, I guess, this tree contest or tree decorating contest. She loves Christmas. And at first I was going to be like, oh yeah, me and the mom, we go vibe because we love Christmas. But, watching the movie, I'm just like, yeah, no, we can't buy. She ain't going to like me because I'm a big girl. She ain't going to like me either. So Therefore, we not gonna be cool. So pretty much Emily's life done changed overnight. Literally. She don't live where she used to live at because she lived with her mama, because I guess the first thing on her list was she wished her and her mom was more close. And they didn't put her to be like close with her mom like they're the best of friends. They said, oh, okay, you want to be close with your mom? So you're gonna live back in your mama's house. Yeah. We're gonna do not figuratively, but literally, you're gonna be closer to your mom. So I think throughout the movie of her and her wishes that she wants, they do it very literal. So I guess Janice, she gone. She gone. She went to the other side because some wish she put like, oh, I wish she would have. I don't even remember what she said, but they put that literally, and it was a freak accident, and she gone. She not in the rest of the movie. You see her in the beginning. You don't see Janice in the rest of the whole movie, so you don't gotta deal with her and her shenanigans no more. But we got another thing. She want to BFF, and her little BFF Ginger, played by Karen Knox, she comes back. I guess they used to be the best of friends when they were kids, but I guess in middle school, what done happened is when Emily was starting to gain a little weight, I guess Ginger wanted to be with the other little white girls, the skinny, valley girls, and she was like, listen, I can't be your friend no more. And I guess they called her a name about her stomach because her stomach was big, but she just said, okay, we're not friends no more. But I guess in this stipulation or whatever's going on with her wishes, now they're back to being friends. But it's like Emily still has that hurt from what Homegirl did all those years ago. So it's like, we cool, I guess, from this simulation. But at the same time, we not cool because we still got to get over the hump that happened in middle school. So, but I guess Ginger is trying to like have it go over her head. Like, what do you mean? No, we were kids. That's nothing. Oh, girl, what are you talking about? You're still my boss, bitch. No, Ginger, absolutely not. So, I guess they have until Christmas Eve midnight for her to learn the true meaning of Christmas. I'm like, oh, okay, we doing this thing. Listen, I feel like all these Christmas movies do the same thing. It's the same formula, but put in a different way, but tweaked a little bit, remixed, but the same formula. So she got to learn the meaning of Christmas and learn her lesson, I guess, so to speak. And she has to write a letter, apologizing to Santa in order to get this whole thing amended and reversed, because if not, her last wish is gonna come true of the whole world turning into fruitcake. So that's exactly what they do. So I guess, well, not Wyatt, we didn't get to him yet, but Wolf is gonna be helping her try to find the true meaning of Christmas so she could get her life back. So pretty much while they're going through this, I guess this whole situation, trying to figure things out, we get this homeboy, Wyatt Snowman, played by Andrew Bushell. He is first she met him because he was delivering something to her mama's house. Lorraine Harris, played by Loretta Devine. And they locked eyes, and how the movies be. When you lock eyes, you're just like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. And he looking at her like, ooh, she my little chocolate drop. That's the way they was looking at. That's why I feel like they was looking at each other like. So of course you already knew, cause come on, we grown, we all watch these movies. I'm like, oh, okay, this gonna be the love interest of the movie, and I wasn't mad at it. He's cute. So I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, let's go. Let's roll with the punches. So I guess because when they met up again, she was with Wolf. They was walking down the street, whatever. And then she met up with Wyatt. And when he introduced himself saying his name is Wyatt Snowman, I guess she thought, oh, he must have been one of Wolf's homeboys or part of the simulation. And she doesn't read him for filth, but she talks to him like, oh, okay, I know you're part of this thing, but I'm not dealing with it. I don't got time for this. I'm trying to figure this thing out so I can get my old life back. So you could be gone. You could go. You could get on get. So he's like, okay. And then he he runs away, like a little kid. And Wolf had to tell her, listen, I don't know why you did that, because he's not part. I don't know who that is. He's not part of what's going on here. He has no parts. You just turn a man away for what reason? I don't know. So, she felt like crap, and later on she did apologize, and, they got to know each other, and they like each other and whatnot. And, she called him cute, so he liked that. And I think, now that I think about it, I don't even know if he ever said, she was beautiful. I'm pretty sure he did. But I just don't remember. That's okay. That's okay. He likes her, okay? Because at the end of not the episode, at the end of the movie, he said yes when she was back to, okay. We will get to that point, this review will be all over the place. You know how I do when I do my movies. But anywho, so she's going through trying to figure out how she's supposed to find out the true meaning of Christmas. Do we even have a point where she's writing all these letters to Santa like, bring me back, I want to be back? So he be putting her through all these different scenarios where she don't get back to her life. But, she wants to be back in her old apartment. Okay, you're going to be back in your old apartment, but with whoever lives there now. So it's like, until you find the true meaning of Christmas, you're not going to get to where you want to be. So with that being said, she's just trying to figure out, like I said, for 15 billionth time already in these 16 minutes, how to get back to being her old life. And she don't even work at the radio station no more. She worked for Ginger at the Boss Bitches Ornaments. And she's being okay with it, but we finally get to, I feel like, the climax of the movie. Now, her mom's a perfectionist. She always makes comments on what Emily is going to be wearing. And, obviously, because society don't be liking big black women especially. So the mama, she's just like, okay, well, you got to wear something else, And I guess Emily wished that the hottest guy that she knows, which I guess is a guy from high school named Chet Charles, played by David Pennard, to be absolutely infatuated and in love with her. And he was. And it was annoying to her. I'm like, once again, that's why they say be careful what you wish for. But, she was drunk, so she didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know she'll never remember what she asked for until, I guess it came about. So he's there. He's trying to, win over her love. And of course, the mom likes him because he's a dentist, so he got money. And she's like, I don't want him. I don't care if he's a dentist. So she's trying to impress all her little sorority friends. They ain't sorority, but these tree decorating people, committee, whatever the case may be. So she's trying to impress them all, like, yeah, she's dating a dentist. Because how Loretta Devine, she has like a high-pitched voice, a high-pitched soft voice. So she's like, oh, yeah. She's dating a dentist. You remember Chad Charles from high school? And Emily's like, Mom, no, I'm not. I don't want him. I don't like him. So when I'm getting to the climax, okay? Bear with me. So we have the holiday party. I guess this is, well, not even a holiday party. I guess this is supposed to have everybody come and look at her trees because she's in the tree decorating contest. And we have a moment because, and like I said, Emily likes her little glittery, sequined, gray, silver dress. So she finally wears it for the holiday party / tree decorating contest thing, whatever. And the mom sees the dress. She's like, you don't want to change? You didn't like the red dress that I got you? And Emily's like, no, I love this. This is my favorite dress. And even the mom's competition was like, oh, Emily, you look good. And she's like, yeah, thank you. And I hope good luck to you on the tree decorating. And then, of course, the mom was kind of jealous. Like, what about me? Why are you trying to hold up now? So she came up to her again, the mama. Emily trying to just eat some of the hors d'oeuvres, whatever. The mama coming up to her like, oh, watch what you eating. Don't be, because this dress, you don't want it to burst. She don't say that word for it. I'm just paraphrasing. She was saying something along the lines of like, don't be eating all these little, cheese cubes or whatever she was putting in her mouth, marshmallow. I don't know. Don't be, because this dress look a little tight. We don't want it to be bursting out. Your fat to be bursting out. of your dress. So, like I said, this is the point where Emily's had it. She let her walks away. But I don't remember specifically because I don't remember what happened. But Emily let her mama have it. She's like, listen, I'm tired of you, doing all this stuff, making me feel insecure. I've been dealing with it all my life. I be dealing with the kids and society already. I don't need to be dealing it with you. This is why nobody likes you, because you never listen. And she trying, and you see Lorraine trying to interject like, and then the daddy Stan Harris, played by Eugene Clark, had to let her listen. It's time to listen. So, like I said, Emily goes off on her mama. She yelling. She's fed up. This is her boiling point, okay? Because she be letting everybody walk all over her. She said those words. And she's tired of it. So she let her mama have it first. And then I guess little Miss Ginger over there, who's all up on Wolf's jock. Because I guess elves have this pheromone, whatever, that makes all the ladies crazy, whatever. Okay. Anyway, she said something like, yes, girl, or, saying like, good for you, Emily. Emily looks at her like, I know you ain't talking because you were my bully. And you have yet to acknowledge that. You have yet to apologize for any of that. So, no, let's not act like we all kumbaya up in this piece because we haven't even gotten over what happened in middle school. So she gets off on her too. And then she looks at Wyatt and she's like, I'm not mad at you. I may be yelling, but I'm not mad at you. But I'm just letting you know that when I come back in a few days, and you may not even understand what's going on, but when I come back in a few days and some girl with a big little plump girl with a nice booty, she don't say those. She don't say that word for it. I'm just, putting my little 2 cents in there. When a little plump girl come through with a little booty, you better say yes when she asks you out. And he's just like, why is Snowman, like, I feel like he don't really know what be going on. I feel like he's just there just to be eye candy because he just looked lost the whole movie. The whole movie he looked lost to me. Anyway, so she goes sit down and do the mic drop because, throughout the whole movie she's doing these little ad-libs as if she had her own radio show. So I think she's just really practicing because she knows she don't get it. Internally, deep down in her gut, she has that intuition. I'm going to get this job. Anyway, so I guess the mom comes to apologize. And then Ginger comes to apologize. And then she finally gets to kiss Wyatt because there was another moment in the movie where they were about to kiss, but then she choked again and they didn't kiss. So they finally got to kiss. And I guess that moment of having her voice and being able to speak up for herself, she was finally able to write the letter to Santa and her life went back to normal. And she was able to ask Wyatt out and he said yes. And she was able to ask Ken for a segment on the radio station, maybe not the segment that he had in the radio station, whatever, but she was able to book an hour segment for her Ask Emily at the end. And her mom at the end said she was so proud of her. She was like the first caller and said, I'm so proud of you. And, everybody kumbaya. And that was the end of the movie. Once again, I know this is fictional, but real talk, I personally, I get what completely, like the scene with Emily yelling at Lorraine, I felt like that may have been Emily, but also I hope I'm saying it right, Gabourey. I feel like that's them both talking together. And I completely understand and feel every word they said. And I'm glad in the movie, at least she was able to get her resolution. She was able to get her apologies. But unfortunately, realistically, in real life, that doesn't happen. Because people say whatever they want, no matter what. No one ever apologizes. And plus, me being Haitian, in the Haitian community, they love to talk. They love to talk to your face. They listen. Not even in the Haitian community, like just in general. You have the relatives, you have the family members or the friends of the family members. They don't care. They'll be rude to your face. They'll look at you. They'll be like, oh, wow, your stomach was bigger than last time. And they'll literally come up to you, touch on your stomach, and be like, oh, wow, when are we going to get this down? You can't make babies if your stomach's this big. And yes, this has happened to me literally. So it's like, yes, I'm glad that she was able to get her happy ending. But unfortunately, we still have to deal with just moving on without an apology. I understand, an apology would help, but for me, I'm just like, it's not going to help because you're only apologizing for hurting my feelings, not because you actually feel bad. Because if you actually felt bad, you wouldn't have said it in the first place. So for me, I'm just like, I appreciate the apology for the fictional of the movie, but realistically, this is a very unrealistic resolution because most people, they don't care. They really don't care. But for this movie, I liked it. Would I watch it again? I don't think so, really. I don't. But I'm glad I watched it. It was a nice watch for a Sunday morning. But for me, if for the three movies that I watched so far, for the Naughty or Nice original VH1 original movies, my favorite one, um, for Christmas wise, it would be this one because I feel like it was the most Christmassy movie for me. But for the one that I felt was most entertaining, it would be the one that I watched last week, which was the hip hop family Christmas wedding. So it is what it is. But listen, it was decent enough for me to watch, and I hope you liked this video because if you do, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment what you thought. And listen, that's it. Other than that, be easy, be lemon squeezy. I'm sorry to be ending this so abruptly, but there's nothing else for me to say because I said my little ad lib at the end of what I thought about that whole scene. But other than it was cute. It was a cute movie. Any honorable mentions of anybody I didn't? No, I think I mentioned everybody. Yeah, I mentioned everybody, so we good. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week for the one that Ashanti's in. I don't know the name of it, but it is on my DVR already, so on demand on stuff is recorded. So other than, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Love and Hip Hop. Until then, peace out.